We're going. Yeah.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You still
Commissioner Bozak,
here?
Commissioner Enslin, Commissioner McGraw,
Here.
Commissioner McCart,
Here.
Commissioner Heblin,
Here.
Commissioner Redmond.
Approval of minutes from November 13th of 2024. Okay, approved. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Heblin,
Yes.
Commissioner Enslin,
Yeah.
Commissioner McCart,
Yes.
Commissioner McGraw,
Yes.
Commissioner Bozak.
Oh.
Nothing to report at this time.
He's talking, but I can't hear anything.
Can you hear me now?
He's unmuted, but I can't hear a thing.
Technical difficulties.
Can everyone hear me?
I don't know, everything's turned up. I can hear him, Jeanette says. So it's just us. Maybe can we call him?
Yeah.
We were having issues with this last week too. Michelle and I looked at it. I don't know what's.
I'll try to call the number here, if you can hear me. Hello.
Hello, sorry, we can't hear you.
Oh, no problem at all. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
weird. Maybe it's working on you now.
All right, did you have anything to report in the report section?
No, not at this time. Thank you so much. Nothing that is not on the agenda.
No.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna hang up and we can hear you now.
Okay, good. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, good. Thank you.
All right, and Tina, I believe, is also. I'm not sure if she's. If she has to be-
I am. Good evening, commissioners. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Okay. I just have a brief report. I just want to thank everybody for the successes that we've experienced here at the RDC over 2024, completion of 2 of the Marquette Greenway sections, and the launch of the Safe Streets for All grant, and other activities that we've done in terms of economic development in town. Right now, I'm just working on year-end completion of various projects. And tonight, I believe we also have Matt Kaiser with Aubin Marsh on the line, who will give us an update on phase 1B of the Marquette Greenway later on the agenda under old business. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. In the room. He's our big full audience tonight. You found a seat. All right. Is our June school or representative on this? No. All right, and we have some correspondence with the school board in regard to our board representative, Redmond, and he is still representative, and they confirmed that, but they did not confirm why he doesn't come to the meetings. I guess that would be. Okay, did you have any correspondence, Joe?
No.
All right. old business, Greenway. That's Matt. What's everything, sorry, I walked in 1 minute before we started. Not so weird, only so interesting.
So, whole thing is just flat sheet of ice.
There was no snow, but it took me almost 25 minutes to get from like the post office in Chesterton to 20. Basically, it's the same. Anyway, sorry.
So, just a couple of quick updates. So we do have 50% drawings done on Market. We do want to do a page flip, have the board be able to see those drawings, so looking at what would be best for you guys, whether you want to meet one-on-one and do a page flip, or if I can bring a set of drawings and leave it, you can come in and check them out whenever you want, if you have any questions. Just with the holidays and everything else, trying to figure out that's good. And at least you guys can go through and kind of see what the thought is, and what the plan is as of right now, and the state of the drawings. So whatever the board's thought is on 50%.
Do you want to see, do you guys want to see things where they're at 50%? How do you want to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm. Absolutely.
Just like understand the whole process. All right.
Like to be included in that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sounds good. So I think I'll get, of course, your guys' email addresses or contacts, and for the next couple of weeks, I'll just get in contact with you. Sit down and go around or. Okay. The last update is with the Market Greenway Phase 2, we had some correspondence with the railroad. Still trying to figure out what all that means. But our construction entrance to get into do the actual work, we're looking at modifying and using the Market Greenway Phase 1A that was just built as the construction entrance. We control it right now, it's our right of way. We did calculations on what the temporary construction entrance that we were going to have to improve to get back to it about 6 months ago, and that was about 300,000. To resurface the entire trail is about 85,000, so it makes more sense to drive over the new trail and repair it, and you have to build a new access somewhere else. So just wanted to keep you guys apprised of kind of what our thought process is.
Okay, yeah, definitely also the cheaper option. Okay.
Questions for me in regards? Phase 1A will be closed out in the next week and a half. We're just finishing up the final pay app with Gary Ellis.
Okay.
And that one will be completely done and in your control.
Okay.
I do have a question. On the bridge under the railroad tracks. On there with. We have everybody on board with this, or, I mean, it sounds like, you know. The Park Service may not be on board, you know, railroad may not be on board.
I haven't heard that the Park Service is not on. The Park Service gave us direction that they would be okay with underneath or going.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to have that discussion sorry, because they wanted an alternate plan as part of the master.
Right. The railroad is still the big one. The railroad, they have to see plans. They will not make, no, you can't do this. They want to see what you're planning on doing. And then they'll either say no, yes, or maybe with some changes.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we're at right now is the submission to them. We worked at that over the past couple of months, getting that railroad agreement signed so that they would review it, because otherwise, and speaking on their behalf, they would get tens of thousands of applications every year for people to cross over their railroads. So they do try to weed them out with the fees and their minutia. So,
Well, it's probably fair to, it's a good plan, you know, especially on a main line.
right,
But at the same time, you know, I don't wanna be, you know, spending a lot of taxpayer money, and then, you know, we get up to the railroad and boom,
and then the market, it's a
you know,
right?
I mean, you got a trail to nowhere, you know.
Yep, it is a gamble with them. They're very difficult to work with. They're playing a long game that we don't necessarily have. So there's a lot of negotiations that have to go along with it. Their main thing is to move product. And anything that you do that's gonna cause a delay or an impact, they have no interest in doing. So that's what we have to convince them of, which is what we're doing is not going to impact their ability to track products.
And presently, right now, you're talking about going under, that's.
Yes.
What,
Yep.
so far has been discussed.
Yeah, so this would run underneath the abutments, so between the abutments and the wing wall that comes back up, there's a space that can be retrofitted. And the trail could go under there, protection over the top of it, so nothing can fall through and hit anybody. And that way, they're able to continue operating the entire time we're building this.
Any expense going under was cheaper, or I mean, I'm just asking these questions, they're not getting involved in this, but
Yeah,
then going over.
I don't know what the
Okay.
cost is to go over at this point.
All right, so
We-
Where they're going under. Significantly.
definitely more, okay,
Maybe way more expensive
okay,
than going under.
that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why, you know, I wanted to ask is we switch back and forth between going over, under.
Yeah.
And the route, and whatnot, and so, I want to get there.
Right. So the way that we have this currently designed, we have an alignment that weaves through, goes underneath, and then back up on the north side, meeting a prairie, and then into the town quarter. We did topo environmental on a bridge. And we would use 90% of the current trail alignment if by some chance, the only way to get over it is a bridge. So that would be going out and trying to find some additional funding to build the bridge, but at least the whole plans would be done and intact.
Right,
So we're not throwing out the plans.
right. Good, all right, you answered my question.
Does anybody else have any other questions from there, or questions on Market Freeway?
So
Thank you. Thanks. All right, moving on, State Streets for All.
Everybody should have a copy of the report. I just texted my, Adam yesterday. So they usually can model that and get an answer. Anyway, we did have. On the other day, the committee, and Michelle, and, he actually let the report down, what's been done, you know, everything's completed.
Sorry, so.
Yeah. Thank you, yeah. No, I was not able to be on that call. This is the call that we had with Shem and Michelle and Lisa. Shem has called and put this call together to just go through this overview of what's been accomplished so far. Was Shem on that call that you're talking about?
Yes,
Okay.
so we didn't figure out.
I didn't know that you would have to be invited to the committee meetings. I didn't know the president had to be there. That's what I.
Yeah. That was one of the, I said, I'm on your committee.
So at least, and I can't have two commissioners, two board people on it. That's why I was asking Rosanna.
That. We're just need to know that you guys need to.
She put that out there, but as far as the phone call goes, and the one or two board members could be on that call, that was my concern. That's why I didn't put it. I apologize. Again, I'm learning this whole process, procedure, and I apologize if I.
Make sure I'm with the meeting.
That's, it was just. Coming.
I can't hear. I can't. Yeah. Oh, we have a rise on it.
Yes.
No, I think it's speaker.
Or the speaker in the hall.
Right, it's, everybody's in the hallway. Yeah. Right. Maybe you'll be all, they haven't got an answer. I know he's in the firehouse.
Okay, so it comes out of the telephone that's on the wall and there's a dial for volumes. I turn it all the way down. Did you remember that we had to put it back up?
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, sorry to bother you. So is it okay if we turn the volume down on the call thing? Right? Yeah, we can turn it down. The master volume, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was just really loud and we couldn't hear in here. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, that's why I do get notified. I can absolutely put that on the email so that council people get notified, but I didn't want to have three council people on the call because we would be violating the open door act. That's why I didn't do that. But basically, all was is that Michelle was just bringing Lisa and myself up to speed with how the process works, that's for what has been completed to this point, which is the report you had in front of you. Everything that needs to be done this year has been done, and we're working on things. One thing that was spoken out was getting the information to the public to find out more issues of state streets in all the areas in Burns Harbor. One of the ways that Lisa and a couple other people have brought up was to put out a flyer of some sort. Of course, I told them Shem was thinking that we could put it out as a coupon book and all that. I told him my understanding is the coupon book is already going out with the town, so it can't be added to that. And then there was other things that I said, the only way we could do it is if we get maybe some local people, and Lisa actually volunteered and said she'd be more than glad to maybe have something put on the website where they could get their kids to pass it out in Portland's area. Michelle said she would be more than glad to have her kids pass it out in the Harbor Trail area. So we just, and then we have the Burns Harbor Condominium Association, we put flyers in there. Basically what the flyers is that if there's anybody that feels there's an issue with sidewalks, streets, or anything safety, they can, you know, it'll all be addressed in that flyer and they can contact the town or contact somebody to let them know if there's some issues that they know. And that's just part of the survey that gets done, which is in this report.
Okay. Yeah, some up in there.
Yeah, and even up in, and that's bringing it up in the town hall, even maybe the park district, I mean, there, yeah, any place that residents would go to, because like I told Jim, if that's the issue with our demographics in our town, we don't have a whole lot of people that go on Facebook, the elderly people, or their ones, of course, they all came out for the wonderful meetings for the, I'm not even gonna bring the word up, but, since then, as you can see, it's not, we don't have an amateur town council, we probably don't have too many people show up. So it gets the residents at least involved and then let them know what's going on, if we are looking at streets and sidewalks, things for safety to prevent damage and injury, personal injury. And Michelle is also giving a report to the committee about what the deaths and so forth have been on the highways and that, and what we can do to prevent that in the future. These stop signs or speed limits or whatever it might be that we can push through the Safe Streets for All grant.
And when do you plan on putting out a flyer?
Pardon me?
When you plan on putting out a flyer?
Actually, they're working on it. Jim said he should have something that, what do you call it? A preliminary draft issue, within the next month or so, that we can all look at, and I will make sure that the council looks at it to see. And also too, they mentioned, Michelle said we could also probably put a link on the website to the flyer or to the information.
And asking people to contact us for information, or are you putting out a flyer that will have a link to some type of survey?
Survey, basically a survey. They think, Lisa said like in Portland, there's some areas that need sidewalks, there's some areas that might need to be
So
addressed.
you're working on the survey and the flyer.
Correct.
Yep. And then we'll be able to review that
Before anything is done, correct, yes.
Okay.
And then the rest of it is as far as the components of the that need to be done, there was a components and Sharon brought them up and said where they're at, and what stages they're at, and what needs to be done next.
Okay.
Questions, any other
Like
questions?
emailed as well, this report?
Uh,
Good.
Believe it was, I can double check on it.
I don't recall seeing it, but I got a lot of emails today.
Yeah.
I'll go. Not yet. Please make option. Yeah.
It's a copy.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
On my paper, I'll work on this, so. And it's the survey after. All right, does anybody have any questions about State Streets for all? Did you have anything else, Jan? Does Sean have anything to add? I know Tina's on the line as well, for no reason I can.
No, I think the report, can you hear me, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think the report by Jack, from what I heard, I think the report was passed along to all the members that we created. Is that correct? I think that's what I heard. The sound was a little bit off, but I believe the report that we submitted, you have it at your hand.
Yeah, everybody in the meeting here has a copy of the report. Roseanne was just asking if the,
Email that was sent out with the report that outlined, what your plans and stuff were for the survey and the flyer and all that, so I was just looking for an email versus having the paper that I'll probably lose tomorrow.
Sure thing. The survey itself will have, if I understood the question or if I hear the question correct, Roseanne, the survey questions that it's developed right now, it's a kind of a, it's getting developed right now, I guess. So there's 8 or 9 questions. We are trying to come up with easy way that is not cumbersome, I guess, to anyone that is going to fill out the survey. So we are trying to minimize the amount of questions, but at least make them direct and concise.
Okay.
as I told them, John, that it's in a draft. You're working on the draft right now. And
I am.
the committee is, and then we would present it to the commission here before we would make sure it goes out, before it would go out. And I just was kind of explaining to them, the draft is being done. Do you know when we'll be able to have a draft together? Would we make a date when we would have a draft ready?
The draft for the questions, you mean, the survey? Jack?
Yes.
Okay, that I'm hoping by right after the holiday, so I'm guessing probably beginning of January, end of December.
Okay, so hopefully by the next meeting, we'll be able to give them an update on and bring a draft in so they can review it and get it ready to go through the process that we're looking to do. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes, I said yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. New business, Carter contract, you guys all should see that in your email. There were not any, monetary changes, made to the contract, and not sure if anybody had any questions or anything over everything. So we just need to decide if we're going to give the commission a sign.
I'm, yeah, I move that we, renew the, company contract.
Any discussion?
Yeah, the other question I have is, again, I apologize, Tina, I know you're on the line. I know there was some confusion when I first became the committee chair for, this is safe streets for all, and, we did get that ironed out. The only question, and I was trying to find a contract for 2023 or 2024. Because I never saw the contract, I didn't know what her, responsibilities were towards everything that goes on here at the RDC. And that's why I'm trying to, again, dive into this and understand the process and policy. The only question I had on this is, Tina, do you have, professional liability insurance on your company?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm also a state certified woman-owned business and a federally registered contractor.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that clarification.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just happy to help out.
That's all I have.
All right, I do have a couple of questions. Okay, so I did talk to Jennifer today about it, and I just wanted to make sure I'm all on the same page. I see that this is for the Burns Harbor RDC, and then she consults for the rest of the town. Is there a separate contract, or is she under this?
It depends on if it's a collaborative project with the RDC. If, and correct me, Tina and Clay, if I'm wrong on this, but if it was a project that the park wanted to hire Tina to consult on, I believe you would just contract that project. With her in the same way that you did, similar to when she helped with the parks master. But if we were collaborating on a project with the RDC, that would be different.
Got it.
Am I right on that point?
Okay. I just, we're in the line.
Yeah.
Just wanted- And then also, and, I just want to make sure when she gets paid, it goes through the town and then we get, like at the RDC, it goes towards us, we get charged for it. Because it says right here that the invoice goes to the town of Burns Harbor. So does the town pay for it or does the RDC?
The RDC pays for it, but the town cuts
That's the
Yes.
just making,
Yeah, is that what that's?
it does,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yes.
So this is part of our, part of the RDC budget that was created in 2025.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. That was.
Anybody else have any questions? All right, roll call please.
Commissioner Tublin,
No.
Commissioner McGraw,
Yes.
Commissioner McHarg,
Yes.
Commissioner Ensland,
Yes.
Commissioner Bozak.
Yes. All right, 2025 annual spending plans. You all should have also received an email for this, so this is something new that we have to do this year. And I don't know where I got my phone, or I don't have any emails, I feel lost right now. I think I left in the car. But yes. I don't know if Tina is able to talk on it, if you have any questions on, the annual spending plan, this is new. Something that, is required by the state for us to do. Is to basically outline what our plans are. 25 and how we intend on spending, our money. Did you all get a chance to look at, did anybody have any questions on anything? I know Clay, did you have a chance to look at anything?
I read it, and I mean, certainly Tina wants to answer the question, but this is from our clerk treasurer to the RDC, not Tina.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Good job.
Yeah.
Tina and myself and Nicole sat down and went through all this together. Okay, so saying Tina and but yeah, I wasn't sure if anybody had any questions on it, but we do need to approve the spending plan this evening. So I'm open for questions if anybody has some. Then hopefully I have to.
So the spending plan, is how money is going to be spent in 2025, basically. I mean, it doesn't cover the projects, it covers, I mean, how does that all work as far as I know, it's like, give the Marquette Greenway, there was funding for that, and this has anything to do with the grants or how, I mean.
Yes. All of it?
It's really hard.
It's spelled, we did an interview now. They went down to you, yeah.
I think I've only printed one of that draft thing for everyone. I didn't want to print it for, yeah, but it was all in the email. Just save on paper. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. This was from the whole, right?
Yes, there's from Nicole, that is the plan that we put together based on the spending, based on what we did this year, based on the project, that are in there, based on the approved budget for the RDC.
Oh, this is gateway. It's all of these are in the gateways, these
Yes.
proposals and that.
Yes.
You get access to it, so you can review them and look at them.
Yes.
Is that public record also, or is that just committed, just?
I don't think it's public record.
It's just, that's why I want to know where, but I can or can't look at and review.
Yeah, that would be in Nicole. That would be in
No,
Nicole.
question.
For sure. And you can look at that paper.
Well, I'm just trying to understand, you know, it's all new to me, and I want to make sure that, I mean, I was told that, again, this is coming from Nicole, so it's her responsibility, bottom line for this, so we're just going along with what she's telling us, and she's following whatever the states for how that really, like, you said, this is they knew that they had to create here,
Yes.
upcoming year. Okay.
Right? Plan spending. Figure out.
All right, I would go this plan, so
Plan spending.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And second. Any discussion? Roll call, please, Jill.
Commissioner Ensland,
Yes.
Commissioner McHarg,
Yes.
Commissioner McGraw,
Yeah.
Commissioner Tublin.
Yes.
Commissioner Bozak.
Yes. Moving on with the presentation, 2024 annual presentation, the taxing unit letter. Do I have to read the letter, or do I just, am I just acknowledging that we have sent the letter? We have created the letters.
This is Tina. Had a hard time hearing. I don't know if you're asking for guidance on the overlapping taxing unit letter.
Yes, do I need to read it? Do I need to read the names?
I don't believe you.
No, that's not required. You'll have a formal presentation next month.
That's. So I just have to acknowledge that we have put together the letters. To send out.
Correct.
So acknowledged. All right. Approval of claims register. Any discussion? No. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Tublin,
Yes.
Commissioner Enslin, Commissioner McCarg,
Yeah.
Commissioner McGraw,
Yeah.
Commissioner Bozak.
The financial report for month of November, taken. Make a motion to approve. Second. Any discussion? Roll call please.
Commissioner McCarg.
Yeah.
Commissioner McGraw.
Yeah.
Commissioner Enslin.
Yeah.
Commissioner Tublin. Commissioner Bozak.
The reorder. You good?
This- My other job, trustee, I was asked to write a letter to NIPSCO to get on the record to be opposed to their newest rate increase. So that's something that Birds Harbor would consider as well. I'm going to do it on behalf of us. But just be advised that they are looking for public comment on it, and a lot of different municipalities are stepping up to say no.
You said us, I mean.
I don't, because I don't get anyone. Sorry.
Yeah, what the townships are doing are passing resolutions. Our meeting already took place, so I'm just doing it as the trustee, but I think as a town council, it would probably be better coming from the council than a trustee, but, it's a good meeting tonight. Just, maybe to get support to the other members to write a letter from the town.
60% of the councils in here, I know, Laporte County just did that as well, and I know Sean Reed, the attorney over the charge, and he's that was before the council, so that's kind of the council wants to do, can certainly explore that. Reach out to Attorney Reed to see what, he would need, I think. That we should.
Thank you for that.
Tomorrow's the deadline. Yeah.
Nice ago.
Well, I got these at 5:00. So, if you want, I'll take a picture of this and I'll give this is from Hobart Township trustee.
Don't know.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna minute,
Yeah, it should be
that's the opposition.
That's returned by tomorrow, you're saying?
Yeah, tomorrow's the deadline for it. And it's an email you just send.
Thank you. You're not already answering this one? Maybe one of your. Roll call please.
Commissioner Tublin.
Yeah.
Commissioner McGraw.
Yeah.
Commissioner Enslin.
Yeah.
Commissioner McCarg.
Yeah.
Commissioner Bozak.